Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, folks. Michael Zuber, one rental at a time. And she's back. And folks, if you're new to the channel, we had Morgan on a couple of weeks ago and we got great feedback. So I invited her back and she said yes. So thank you very much for your time, Morgan.
You're welcome. Thanks for having me again. I'm excited.
Awesome. So one of the things we talked about doing today, because again, you brought some very important value around mindset and really kind of getting out of bad headspaces, is you wanted to recommend a couple of books that if somebody happened to be in that mindset space that maybe they can go check out. So I got my pen handy. What books are we going to recommend?
Okay, so the first one that I want to recommend is called The Magic of Thinking Big by David Schwartz.
Okay.
Have you read that before?
I have not.
So it's a really good one, and it's really good for someone who wants to kind of get their mind in the right space for starting a business or maybe making more progress in their business and things like that. He goes throughout the book and he gives a lot of stories and a lot of examples of basically business people and professionals who really understand the power of thinking positive and understanding how to manage their brains in a way that propels them forward and propels them closer to actually achieving seemingly impossible goals. And it's interesting. He explains the difference through lots of studies that he's done. He explains the difference that, there are so many people that seem to be able to do so much more than the average person. But what's the difference? It's not brains. It's not intellect. That person has nothing more than this person over here has. It's literally just this person understands how to use and manage their brain, how to think in a way that serves them instead of hinders them.
Wow.
So it's a really cool book. And actually I started reading it this year because who was it that I heard? I think it was Steve Harvey, actually, because I listen to all those motivational videos.
I like Steve.
Harvey,
Steve Harvey.
Yeah, I love Steve Harvey. He's great. And he recommended that one. So I would give that one a go for sure.
Magic of Thinking Big. All right. And you got to like Steve Harvey. Guy lived in his car for a couple of years.
I know.
It's pretty amazing.
He's inspiring. He really is.
Yeah, I like Steve. All right. What do you got for number two?
Number two was, you may have read this one. I know a lot of people in real estate have read this one. It's oh gosh, How to Awaken the Giant Within.
Oh yeah.
Tony Robbins. Yeah.
Tony Robbins. Yeah.
So I read that one actually for the first time this year. I've always loved Tony Robbins and have followed him and have, read some of his stuff, but this year was my first time reading that book and I absolutely loved it.
Yeah.
And I would highly recommend that to anybody, whether you're in business or whether you're just wanting to change your life and change your mindset and get healthier. That one's phenomenal. I know you've probably read it
probably a decade ago. I think that's like one of his first books. Yeah.
It's been around for a while and I know, I feel like I'm late jumping.
I missed it.
But it's like, it was so good. And the material that he shares, it's timeless.
Yeah,
so,
I agree.
It really is timeless and it'll change anyone's life no matter what decade you read it in.
Yeah, I agree. And again, Tony Robbins, some amazing stories, right? Didn't have money, his family didn't have money for Thanksgiving. And now he does that big Thanksgiving drive and yeah, food insecurity and all that. Yeah. Awaken the Giant Within. Yeah, I'd support that one.
Yeah, it's a great one. And it's just a brief synopsis. He basically lays out a mind map. I think he calls it, or like a road map.
Yeah, mind map, I think. Yeah.
A mind map, of how to get from here to here, and it starts with, of course, your thinking and your ability to make decisions, your ability to create instant change within yourself and really become aware of what your belief systems are and how to change those belief systems and get leverage in that way. So,
wow. Very cool. All right. Bringing us home with book number three.
Yes, book number three is, now this one is a little deeper. It goes, it's all about mindset as well, but it definitely goes a little bit deeper. It's called Becoming Supernatural by Joe Dispenza.
Okay.
Heard of that one?
No.
He's a really cool guy. He does a lot of meditation, visualization teaching. He does a lot of, how to really change your emotional state.
Okay.
And he's just a super cool guy. I love him. But anyway, it's called Becoming Supernatural. And I actually was drawn to this book a few years ago when my best friend was diagnosed with breast cancer at age 31.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. And it was hard, obviously incredibly hard on her. She's young. She's a mother of 3 young babies. And I know it was a very tough time. It was hard for me watching her go through that. And I felt like just so compelled to help her in any way that I could. And this book and some of the teachings in this book helped me be able to help her in that way. He talks a lot about how we truly can heal our bodies with our minds, you know.
Wow.
And he explains a lot of like meditations and visualizations that really just I'm not saying it's not like I don't know, maybe you can call it a miracle, because a lot of the stories in that book are from people who had a brain tumor, who had some sort of cancer, who had some sort of autoimmune disease, and they focused and practiced these meditations and these visualizations so often to where it completely changed their emotional body, which then made an impact on their physical body and helped their organs heal in whatever way they needed to heal.
Wow.
So,
Becoming supernatural.
Like, oh, that sounds weird.
I like the first two books she talked about. That third one, I'm not too sure. What's this Morgan girl doing?
Yeah. But seriously, you let your best friend or someone you love get cancer, and then you'll start to look for other ways that, you know, you can help them. And
yeah, I haven't heard of the book. Don't know the guy, but I can tell you one of the things that's always helped me is my brain runs really fast, always. But sometimes it feels like it's got caffeine, and it's very noisy in my head. So I have found, as I've gotten older, sometimes I need to go get what I call get quiet, right? And it's not a long time, but it's 10 or 15 minutes where I have to try to lower the noise or lower the temperature or whatever it is going on inside my head. So, yeah, for me, as I've gotten older, I've practiced getting quiet. That's what I call it.
Absolutely. Yeah. Getting quiet, getting still. It makes such a difference for people.
Yeah. So that's important one. So again, the three that I have is Magic of Thinking Big, How to Awaken the Giant from Within, and Becoming Supernatural.
Yeah.
Awesome. Well, Morgan, if somebody wanted to reach out or follow you on Instagram or what's going on, where should we send them?
Send them to Morgan Kennington Realtor.
There you go. And if you were looking for something in Fresno, she's the one. One more time. What is it?
Morgan Kennington Realtor on Instagram.
Thanks, Morgan.
Thank you so much.